Hey everybody, welcome back. We are watching American Horror Story 1984. We are on episode 3. I just kind of summed up everything on the last episode. There's a lot of vague, there's also a lot of not inconsistencies, but a lot of things didn't jive. Everything seemed out of place. So I'm wondering if we get any answers to some of them. If we get a little bit more of the puzzle on this episode or not, and kind of go from there. I didn't check to see how many episodes there are in the series, so I will have to check that out at some point, but I'm not even halfway, so far from it. So we're going to watch episode 3, see what happens. And you can kind of see Purdy. That's her butt right there. There's her head. She's been laying on my lap, so. All right, let's see what happens to this one.
Listen.
It's going around to the back. Isn't that a window behind them?
And if we split up and make a run for it, the best he can do is just get one.
Never split up.
It's our only chance. I'm not gonna die here, okay?
He's the next to die.
Move it, darling.
Speaking of which, does anybody ever watch the Darwin Awards? There's your... It's going to be a loud bang. Is that a poop bag? It is a poop bag.
Happy Jingles Day, douchewad.
They're the next to die.
I'm so freaking scared.
Told ya. Is he going to chop the head off all the way? No. Going to get the ear, though. Did they fall in a pit? Ah. That sucks.
The most ruthless killer of all time. Just let me be a
He's going to let him live.
Come on.
Maybe not. Okay, that was great.
And not the other guy trying to kill us?
Jesus Christ, what the hell kind of camp is this?
Good question.
I'll wait. I'll tell the others who went for help.
Thank you.
Is she the next to die?
I'll be back.
Nope, she's helping.
Chambers, you've certainly put in the work. Dartmouth, Penn.
She helped Jingles get out.
Mid-1970s, there's been an uptick in spree or serial killings. Why? Were there suddenly more
Vietnam
men
War. Is this the same gas station with the Harbinger?
We girls gotta look out for each other.
She's dead. Heard a car. Is she gonna hit her with the car? Woman is wild. She's gonna get it. Man-eater. But you ain't gonna get too far. Purdy wants me to stop singing. Okay, there's the one that I mentioned last episode.
Or tranquilizers, I think. I mean, I'm not a nurse.
Is it ketamine? Somebody else in the pit with him? Can't remember the name of this song. Stroke Me. Kasha Goo Goo. I think that's who sings that song.
Dude, what the hell happened?
I think he's dead.
Before it goes too much further, depending on which videos of mine you've seen, you may know that I'm a Penn State alum. And so one of the things some of us alums have been following, I've only kind of been following, is there was a situation, was it last year? Might have been 2 years ago now, but definitely within the last 2 years. There was a situation at one of the fraternities where one of the students, I think he was a pledge, had drank too much and had fallen down some stairs. And I can't remember all of this necessarily correctly. He fell down the stairs. I think he was at the bottom of the stairs for about 3 hours. And then they walked him back up the stairs to one of the couches and had him lay down on the couch or something like that. And then he went to, somebody found out about what happened and they had him taken to the hospital. He was in a coma for a while and then died. I think that's the progression of everything. He might have died at the fraternity house. That part I'm not as sure about. But there's been a lot of press about it and a lot of lawsuits. Well, I don't know how many lawsuits, but definitely charges taken against 3 of the members. So it was actually 4 Penn State fraternity brothers who were sentenced in connection with the death of a pledge during the hazing ritual, with 3 receiving jail time, according to a source familiar with the case. Talks about the names. Former members of Beta Theta Pi each pled guilty to hazing-related charges in connection with the February 2017 death, so 3 years, almost 4 years ago now. The kid was 19 years old. I guess he's not a kid, but sophomore at Penn State. Died after drinking large quantities of alcohol during his first night of pledging. According to the source, the 19-year-old who died, his name was Piazza. He was pledging the Beta Theta Pi fraternity when he drank 18 drinks in 82 minutes as part of a hazing ritual, fell down a flight of stairs into the fraternity house's basement, and fraternity members waited 12 hours, so I was really off with that, to call 911. Piazza ended up dying from a traumatic brain injury, according to court records and testimony. His blood alcohol level went from 0 to as high as 0.36. A grand jury report said 4.5 times the legal limit. Legal limit's 0.08. This was 0.36. That's my little add in there. 11 fraternity members went to trial in the death. Charges initially included involuntary manslaughter and reckless endangerment, but those were dismissed by the judge. In December of 2019, let me see, when was this written again? Yeah, so December of 2018, Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf signed an anti-hazing bill named after Piazza that requires Pennsylvania schools to have policies and reporting procedures in place to stop hazing. The state became the 45th to enact anti-hazing laws, which is way too long to wait. 12 of those making hazing a felony if it results in death or serious injury. And there have been more than 77 fraternity-related deaths across the country since 2005. So him falling to the bottom of the stairs, that's what that reminds me of. They could have gotten that from multiple inspirations, but that's instantly what I thought of was that story. This isn't the first time there's been a death at Penn State due to hazing and that sort of thing. I do know that President Barron, I think he was president at the time, whoever was president of the school at the time, yeah, I think it was Barron, had considered abolishing the Greek system from the school. There's also nationwide more initiative, encouragement, I don't know what you want to call it, for the Greek system to hold the different houses responsible as well, more self-monitoring and holding each other accountable and that sort of thing. There's a little bit of education so, that you guys really didn't want to hear, but that I just flashed to that when all that was going on. So, okay, back to the show. Watch him not really be dead. Yeah. Now he's got his DNA under his fingernails. He's going to kill him. Oh, no. Okay. I'm just assuming everybody's a murderer at this point.
Birdie too.
Who the hell is Birdie?
The cook.
You want us to risk our
We
lives
haven't
to
seen her
pretend
at
to
all,
be
have
the
we?
lunch lady?
Since the first
Chef
episode.
Birdie.
I'm telling you, everybody's murderers.
I'm tired.
And that's Rita the nurse. Right down the throat. He didn't leave. Oh, maybe he did.
Yeah. Call the cops and meet us back at the lot.
He's dead. That's Chet. Somebody's going to end up on their backs on those spikes.
Chet can barely move, and Jingles has a knife.
Is that the kid that was faking being Jingles?
Welcome to your own petard.
Night Stalker. Where's Margaret? We haven't seen her in a while. Telling you, he's going to die. That's one way. That girl just does not make sense.
Why the hell haven't you killed her yet?
Okay. Okay. So, as I predicted, we're learning lots about the others. We learned why the fake Rita wasn't killed, and that's because she helped get Jingles out, and she's studying him. That's not how real psychology works. Fake Rita, or real Rita is dead. I don't know how she stayed alive that long. I guess it's only been a couple of days, and you can survive without food and water that long. But I, I don't know. I think she would have been weaker than she was. I don't know. We learned that Ray was a killer, accidental killer, but nonetheless, still a killer. I had a feeling because he kept trying to get away from the others that he would end up dying. Didn't realize it was going to happen as fast as it did. I thought he would at least get closer to the payphone. We just learned that Montana is working with the Night Stalker on trying to kill Brooke. So we need to learn more about that. And apparently Montana kisses anything that moves. She's not finicky. Chet is still alive, but barely. Xavier and Pornstash, I can't remember his name. They're still alive. Brooke is still alive. We just don't know where fake Rita took her. I didn't talk as much with that one. I realized that at parts of it. That's all I can think of to talk about, to mention at this time on that one. We're just going to have to wait and see where the next episode takes us and go from there. I'm going to take a break at this point. That'll be the last reaction one for the evening because these are really hurting both sides of my ears now. I'm going to take these off and get ready to wind down and go from there. Just trying to think on when I'll get to do the next ones. It'll be about another week, so hopefully I'll remember most of what we've watched and I'll be able to sum up better next week as we get ready to start episode 4. Because that was 3, right? Yeah, that was 3. A lot has happened. All right. Thank you for joining me on this one. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.